then the second we started doing it, a girl from Holland who was on vacation with her mom, she recognized me and came up, and I was just like really embarrassed, like maybe this isn't the best idea. What's up guys, this is Jake Miller, you're watching Popdust. Yeah, I wanted to kind of get back in the studio end of last year and just lock myself in the studio for a few months and just try to find this new sound and grow a little bit. From my previous project, I think it's very important as an artist to always be evolving, and I always personally want my new stuff to be better than my last stuff. I think everybody wants that for themselves no matter what you do. And so, yeah, it took a while to find the sound of the new Jake Miller chapter, but I finally captured it with these 7 songs, and I'm so proud of it. I started rapping when I was 18. It was kind of just like a hobby that I would do for fun with my friends. And so I started only rapping, and then I kind of found a little bit of a passion with singing. And so I would sing the hooks and rap the verses, and then all of a sudden last year, I don't know what it was, I think I just really started listening to more music like people like Chris Brown or like Tory Lanez and stuff like that. And I just thought it was cool, it was sexy, it was mature, and so I just thought it was time for me to try something different and just focus on my vocals and focus on singing for a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I made like 100 songs in 2016 to try to find the perfect few songs for this EP. So Overnight was really the first song that we made on this project, and it was kind of just like the tone setter for the rest of the project. Once I found that song and recorded that song, not only was I just like in love with everything about it, whether it was the beat and the bass line or the lyrics or the melody, I just loved the whole sound, and so I really wanted to run with that sound, and that was really the first song that kind of set the tone for the rest of the project. And the other songs definitely sound different enough, but still similar to that kind of funky old school pop sound. I mean, I think I've grown up. I think I've matured a little bit. I moved to Los Angeles, which I'm still the same person. I think when I'm raised in the city that I was raised in and surrounded by the people that I was surrounded by, nothing really is going to change me too much in a bad way. But I definitely, moving to Los Angeles, I've grown up a lot, and I've been in the industry now for a few years, so I think I've matured, and so has my music. I guess I was afraid to kind of go in a different lane with this music, with all singing, because I didn't know if I was going to like disappoint my fans, because a lot of them fell in love with like the rapping and the storytelling and the lyrics and stuff like that, so I was a little bit afraid to try something new, but I think I learned that my fans are kind of like ride or die with me, and they'll love whatever I put out. And so not only has the reaction from this new music been amazing from my fans, but I've never seen so many tweets in my life from people who have never heard of me before this project. So this is the most new fans I've gained in a long time. So I guess I just learned to not be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and try new things. I'm not sure. I hope so. I mean, there really hasn't been anything so far in my 3 or 4 years doing music that's been like that one moment that has really taken everything to the next level. It's been a very slow, steady grind, and I'm not even mad at that. I mean, I think in a lot of ways that's a lot better than having a hit song out of nowhere and everybody knowing your name and then fading out. That's kind of like the cannonball effect, going straight up and then going back down. I think the road that I'm on is great, and obviously I hope this project does the best out of any project, but yeah, I just hope to continue steadily going up and just gaining fans and traveling and putting out more music and just doing what I'm doing on a bigger scale. Well, those sessions with those 2 guys that you just mentioned were always fun, because they've taught me so much about what I can do vocally. Brian J has really helped me kind of just really get in the booth and it's almost like acting, like you get in there and you just like close your eyes and turn the lights off and pretend like nobody's there, and it's less about how you hit the notes and more about how you actually like feel it. Like you have to believe them when you're singing it. That's what he taught me. So I've just learned a lot of things from these people. My favorite session so far from this EP was from a song called Tell Me You Love It, because one of my best friends from Florida was in town in LA, and I'm like, I've never been in the studio, he wants to go in the studio with me. And most of the time songs don't start and finish in the same day. And he was there to witness me from scratch make Tell Me You Love It in like 8 hours, and he just saw me perform it for the first time the other day in front of thousands of people. So it's just cool for him to see that whole process, and I'm glad that he was there. It was a really fun session. There were like 8 people in the room. Yeah, I mean, I've been in so many studio sessions in the last 3 years, like hundreds and hundreds, maybe even like 1,000. And I've made so many songs that are on my iPod that will probably never come out. So I've tried so many things. I've done like the whole rapping route. I've gone even more like hip hop than what people have heard in songs that I've tried in the studio. And then I've gone more pop, and I've done ballads. I've really tried everything. Just not because I don't know what works and I don't know what my sound is, but it's just that's what's fun about being an artist. You get in the studio with all these different people, and sometimes it's somebody who just wants to start from scratch on a guitar and write a ballad and a love song, and then the next day you go and it's 4 guys who have this crazy like urban beat that they want to just try some hip hop stuff. So it's different every single day, and it's fun, and that's how you kind of find your sound. You just do a bunch of different sessions. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, sessions are always tricky because you never really know. I'm always the type of person that loves to work with as many different people as possible, not just the same producer, not just the same writer. So I'll knock on someone's door, and I'll never have met them before, and I'll come into their house or their studio or whatever, and we'll just kind of chop it up for a little bit. I'll tell them what the goal is. I'll show them music that I've been working on, or music that's out from other artists that maybe I want to kind of do something similar to. And so you never really know what you're going to get, or if there's going to be chemistry between whoever's in the room. Sometimes you go 10 hours and you don't come out with anything, or you make a song and throw it straight in the trash afterwards. But other times you go in and you find magic with people, and I've done that a few times in the past year. So I'm very, very blessed to be able to work with so many amazing people. I would rather wait for my first debut Warner Brothers full-length album to when I have like the entire world's eyes watching me. You know what I mean? So like I don't really put myself in a box whether you want to call it an EP or a mixtape or an album. I just wanted to put music out because it's been too long. But when I do release that first album with Warner Brothers, I want it to be a special moment. I want it to be after one of my songs has already blown way up, way bigger than what I am now. And so when I finally put that album out, I can just reach a whole nother level of the population. I mean, just being there was fun because usually award shows for me are in LA, so seeing how they do it in New York City was really cool. Seeing Kanye is always fun because you never know what he's gonna do. I thought Beyonce's performance was really cool. And just bringing my friend Scooter, we always love going to those things. The best part is that they're just really inspiring because that's really like the goal, to be one of those artists who are performing or nominated at those award shows. So it's very inspiring for me. We were walking back from dinner. I had my guitar, my drummer had his little cajon, and we were just like, yeah, we're in New York City. Why not? Like for like 5 minutes, just like try to make a buck or two just to say we did it. And then the second we started doing it, a girl from Holland who was on vacation with her mom, and she recognized me and came up, and I was just like really embarrassed. I'm like, maybe this isn't the best idea, but I was like, oh, you want to hear Overnight? So I played her Overnight, and she sat there and sang along. And we drew a little bit of a crowd, and then I don't know, it just didn't feel right. I felt like I didn't want people, I didn't want people thinking that's what I do like all the time, so I kind of ditched out of that real quick.
Oh, gotcha. Nice.
I like Right On Me. That's a really good song that I like. I think the music video is cool. I like Sledgehammer, I like Boss. I worked with Wallpaper, who produced Boss, and he did a song for me called Dazed and Confused. So yeah, I mean, they're just the sweetest girls, and their music is great, their fans are great, their energy is great, and more importantly than anything, they're just like super humble and down to earth. So that's like what you always look for in an artist, and I don't think the fame or the fact that they've blown up, I don't think that's changed them at all. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, obviously there's a lot of my fans in the crowd as well, but most of them are Fifth Harmony fans. And I tell them on stage every night, I'm like, you guys are like super passionate, and like I really respect that as an artist, because that's what every artist wants. They want a fan base that's as passionate as that. I think I have that as well. Yeah, they've just been so supportive, and even though this new music just dropped and I'm performing music that a lot of the people in the crowd don't know yet, I see a lot of tweets when I get off stage saying like, I don't know who that kid was, but he was amazing. I'm gonna go check his stuff out when I get home. So yeah, it's been great. I mean, the whole point of opening for somebody else's tour is to gain new fans and exposure. So I think that's what we're doing, and it's been so much fun. Yeah, that was a song written by Brian J, who we talked about, and that was a song that the second that I heard it, it just had so much like emotion in it, and it was the only song at that point in the project that wasn't too upbeat, and it was more, I don't know, it kind of reminded me of like some like Bieber vibes, which was cool because I'm a big fan of Bieber. But yeah, and it was hard because that was like the first time in the project where I was like really going out of my comfort zone vocally because the chorus is so high. But Brian was there to help me with it, and yeah, it's a great song. I love it, and it's kind of like a mixture of like Bieber and The Weeknd, which I thought was a really cool vibe because I love both those artists.
Yeah.
Parade was a song that we wrote originally acoustically. It was just me and a guitar, and it was me and Brian J again, and this kid Sean Meyer, and we wrote the song on the guitar, and it felt so special, even though it was just me and a guitar. There was no production behind it besides that, and I don't know, I just heard the chorus and I felt like it felt very like anthemic, and so I was like, what if we like sent this to like a DJ or something to produce it out and actually not make a remix, just build it out, and that would be the original song. So I'm still friendly with Dylan Francis, a very famous DJ, and so I hit him up, I sent him the acoustic version, and he loved it, and he's like, yeah, send me the acapella. And a few weeks later, he sent me the version that everybody knows, and I sent it to my team. I was like, this needs to be on the EP, this is amazing. Plus, I'm a big fan of Dylan, so it was really cool for me. And then maybe the acoustic original version will come out at some point, but it's a special song. Yeah, I mean, we're on tour right now, and I have my video guy with me. I'm actually about to move into an apartment with him, so we are just going to be shooting pictures and videos every day like crazy. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do it, so that's why it was kind of cool. Plus, we're on tour, so we don't have that much time to shoot actual music videos. So when the EP came out, we were just like, why don't we shoot like 30-second videos for each song, for like every chorus, and just throw them like on social media, on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and stuff. And people are loving it because we're throwing one out like every few days, and normally people put out music videos every few months. So it's not really, they're not teasers for a longer music video. Those are just 30-second videos that we shot to kind of promote the songs, and then one day we're going to shoot official music videos when we're not on tour and not quite as busy. We'll shoot official music videos for those songs.
Okay, gotcha.
Another headlining tour, because it's been over a year now since we did a headlining tour, so I'm very excited to get back on the tour bus with my band and just see the fans again.
Yeah. What goes all into preparing a tour?
Oh man, a lot. I mean, you have, first of all, the most important is the music, obviously, so the band has to do a lot of rehearsal. We have a merch department that I help design all the merchandise for the shirts and the backdrops and the banners and the hats and the hoodies and all that stuff. We have someone to run the lights. I sit there and we program all the lights for every drop. We're gonna have this color light and this kind of strobe, and then we have the guy who's gonna run the sound, who's gonna make sure that the bass has enough treble. Like there's so much stuff going on. And then obviously we have Scooter, the tour manager, who has to route the entire tour and figure out when we're driving to which city, what time we're leaving, which hotels. It's crazy. But I just try to focus on the music and focus on putting on the best show for the fans. That I've never been. Man, we've pretty much hit every state in the country so far between the last 3 headlining tours. I would love to do some more like European runs. I would love to go back out to Europe. I'd love to do like South America. I've never hit South America. Yeah, Italy, places like that. On the road is different. When I'm home, my favorite hobby is just working out every day. I try to work out every day, but it's really hard to do it on the road. When I'm on the road, I would just say my favorite thing to do is just go out and explore the city with my friends, with my band. Whether I'm in Chicago and go see the Big Bean, or in New York City, obviously there's a lot to see. So yeah, I mean, kind of just play tourist for a little bit and just go out and take some pictures and enjoy the fact that we get to travel for a living. Oh, I just hope they like it and that they have fun listening to it, and it makes them want to smile and dance, and hopefully come see me in the shows, because I think the shows are like the most fun out of anything. Like obviously the music's fun to listen to, but there's nothing like a live performance. And honestly, I pride myself. I think me and my band, we put on an amazing show, very energetic, such a good vibe. So I think if you're just coming across my music, I hope you enjoy it, and two, I hope you come see me on tour, because it's a great time, it's a great vibe.